What's up? What's up? I go by the name of Show, representing Alexandria, Virginia. Shout out to Industry's Most Wanted. A real solid nigga from the start. Can't even put no chorus on, I gotta let my heart out. Working on my expressions, for you I pull my heart out. Lately it's on my sleeve, been walking with my heart out. Cash out, fast, furious.
Hey, what's going on, man? It is your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast. Big Industry's Most Wanted, not the little one. I heard we got VA in the building. Shout out to Show checking in all the way from Virginia. What's going on with you? How you doing?
What's good? What's good? TampaMystic. Appreciate you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Give me some love first and foremost. Boom. Listen, I'm feeling a little bit better today. When I first made his acquaintance, I wasn't feeling too well, but you know, I'm in good spirits, good energy today. We hype, we with it. But go ahead and give us an official introduction.
Yo, what's going on? I go by the name of Show, S-H-O, representing Alexandria, Virginia. Shout out to everybody in Virginia. Shout out to TampaMystic and the whole Industry Most Wanted podcast.
That's right. Well, listen, again, I appreciate you being here today. You came to the show, and Show came to the show.
So came to the show.
And he showed out.
Yes, man.
Did your thing, get a great performance. I could tell that you
I appreciate that.
Take it very seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like, I pay attention to stuff like that. But let's, take it back first. I want people to understand your journey of how you got to where you're at. So take us back to growing up in Virginia. What was that like for you?
Man, growing up in Virginia, man, it was cool. Grew up with my mom, just grinding, seeing her hustle hard, raising us. So I took it from her and, made me want to push and grind myself. So it's been a good journey, though. Made the best of it. That's
what I'm talking about. We have to take whatever cards we're dealt, per se, and just make the best of it. I'm the type of person that I always pull the positive out of every situation.
Got to.
Sometimes people think I'm a little weird for doing that. Even like when my mom passed, of course, it was devastating, but I pulled the positive of like all the things she instilled in me, this, that, and the third. And it sounds like you did that with your entire upbringing.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that's life. You just balance the good with the bad, and you got to make the best of it. Cause what else you want to do?
Listen, and the thing, we are accountable for our own journey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like people are like OG always says, stop pointing the finger at other people and pointing the thumb. Take that accountability.
That's true.
Facts, man. VA is also known for a lot of superstars, shout out to Timberland and Missy, and the list goes on, right?
Definitely.
Would you say growing up in VA at all had an influence on you for wanting to start doing music?
Well, they say Virginia's for hustlers, so that probably was instilled in me. And especially the time I was growing up in the early 90s, like music was different, and then just seeing just falling in love with music, from listening and watching TV, all the different shows. It definitely made me fall in love with music. And Virginia, we never really had like that big market. A lot of the artists that you just named, they're from a certain side of Virginia.
Right.
But just seeing them and hearing about them and clips, it's like, oh, okay. When Grinding first came out, that was a big song. So that definitely influenced me. So
what do you think that you personally can do to change the narrative of Virginia as a, not even necessarily as a whole, but maybe your city, putting some spotlight on it that, man, there's really some talent here?
I think for anybody to do that, first you gotta establish yourself well enough. So that's my goal, to establish myself as a dope artist, a great artist. And once I do that, I can pull, people under me and bring a lot of artists under my belt. So,
man,
there's definitely some talent. So.
That is facts. So you've been doing music professionally for approximately 6 years now.
Yeah.
Take us back to 6 years ago when you first started. What was it that really like kind of pushed you over to say, you know what, this is what I'm gonna really start doing now?
Just, been having a conversation with people for years, and, really just been in and out the studio, but I never will put nothing out, just to send it to my close peers. And, everybody's like, yo, what are you waiting on?
Yeah.
What are you waiting on? And, I'm just sitting back, and it was just like, man, this now or never. Time ain't waiting for me. Like, I'm getting older, so it's just like, yo, you either put it out now or you're never gonna do it. And that actually was the title of my first tape I ever dropped. It was called Now or Never, because that's how I felt.
I love that.
Yeah, so Yeah, it was either you do it now or when you gonna do it. Time ain't waiting.
Man, so. That is facts, because just to get a little deep, right now we've been streaming for 4 minutes and 46 seconds. We're both 4 minutes and 46 seconds older than we was when we started. You know what I'm saying?
We're not getting it back.
We are not getting younger in time. We cannot get back.
Yeah.
And the only time we should ever look back is to see how far we've come.
Yes, man.
Now or never, man. I love that.
Yeah.
How did that project do?
Man, that project did well. At the time, streaming was just, it wasn't too. It hadn't been around for too long.
It's in its infancy.
I didn't really know much about it, so I couldn't get it on, certain platforms like Apple Music, etc. Like I came in it, just doing my own thing. I literally just uploaded it to
SoundCloud.
What's the site name? No, it wasn't live mixtapes. It was another. Was it Dat Piff? I think it was Dat Piff.
Shout out to A-Locks over there at Dat Piff. That's my homie.
But a couple people, like my close people in my city, they received it well. And once I did that, that's what kept me, man. It put the battery in my back. Like, man, you got to just keep going and make the next project better.
No, that is absolute facts, 100%.
Yeah.
Besides being a dope artist. Is there other things that you're either tapping into or want to tap into, like production, audio engineering? Do you record yourself? Is that any of that in play for you? Or if it's not, is it something you desire to do?
Yeah, nah, definitely not in play. But yeah, definitely had a desire to, want to know how to engineer.
Yeah.
Because, sometimes that could hold you back, just relying on people to.
On God.
Yeah, mix your sound and everything. So I record myself,
Okay.
I got my own set up, so I just get in my mode and just record myself. But like I said, that engineering piece, is what I have to send out and get
that's the
help
next
with.
step for you, though.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's what I would love.
You've already made one major step. You record yourself.
Yeah.
That alone is a big deal because, and you're going to feel me on this, you can take your time with it if you need to.
Yeah.
When you pay for a studio session and maybe you got a 4-hour block or whatever, you're like constantly watching how much time do I got left. You don't want to never rush the process.
Yeah.
And you could wake up sometimes in the middle of the night with something on your heart. You could go record yourself because you got your own setup. How long have you been recording yourself?
I've been recording myself for about 3 years.
Okay.
It was when COVID hit. And yeah, just being locked in the house with nothing to record. And I was just like, that was my next goal. Like, man, whatever project I do next, I got to have my own, recording setup.
Yeah.
So I didn't put out anything till I had that. So yeah, I say about 3 years now.
Are you using Pro Tools?
Yeah, I use Pro Tools.
I know that's right. That is dope, man. Tools, so. Definitely, absolutely. With all the music that you've put out, right? Let's dive into your catalog. I think I heard you say you have about 16 songs out there?
Yeah.
Okay.
About 14, 15.
Would you say that you have kind of a variety of music, meaning you got something maybe for the club, something for the ladies, something for the fellas? Do you have a little bit of variety of everything?
Yeah, most definitely. If you definitely the women could tap in, I got, love songs for them. Definitely got my pain music, for everybody that's, going through life, your everyday struggles. I got things that can relate, so for sure.
Absolutely. And I know you've been writing since about 2013.
Actually, 03.
Oh, since 03?
03, yeah, I was 13.
Okay.
Yeah, 03.
Okay, so hold on now. He been writing for a long time.
Yeah.
When you first started writing, back in 2003, 2003. Is that how you say it? Not 2003.
2003, I know, because we in a whole different, we used to say 2010.
2010, yeah. So 2003, what were you writing about when you first started?
Women and my aspiration, to be a star, just writing about, what you saw. Like back then we had the MTV Cribs and all that stuff. So, just writing about that life. But I know my first song I wrote was a love song. My first song I wrote was a love song. So I was just sitting there, and I remember sitting down at the kitchen table. I had this notepad and just, writing. And I would keep that notepad with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely about a female.
Do you still actively put pen to paper when you write, or are you typing on your phone, or are you more, I get in the studio and punch in?
Both, actually. The last session, so I've been working more so on punching in, but definitely when you go on my ink pad on my phone, I got it all in there for years too. I got stuff from years in my ink pad, like over 100 songs.
I love that.
So I might start, like, if I'm around where I can't have my phone, I'll write something on a notepad really quick and then finish it in my phone and then, go in the studio. But then once I go to the studio, whatever I write, you know, I'll listen and then punch in as needed. And I've also done songs where I try to just freestyle and punch in, but for the most part, I still write.
Listen, that notepad might be worth some money one day.
Yeah.
Put that in a museum or something.
Definitely. We might have to put it in the archive or something. Definitely.
I know that you have tapped in with Soul Asylum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shout out to my whole family at Soul Asylum, Capone, Amber, everybody over there.
Good people.
Man, I've known them for years. I used to host a lot of listening parties at their previous location, and I've done a couple at their new location as well.
Okay.
Man, what was your experience like? Break it down, because, you know, that's my family. They're only like 10 minutes from here. They're right up the road.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't mapped out everything yet.
It's literally like 10 minutes from here.
Okay.
Share your experience working with Soul Asylum Studios here in Atlanta.
Man, they were dope. You know, like just even from the initial conversation, like when I was first booking the studio session, that's what really made me go. Cause I, you know what I'm saying, I hadn't met them, didn't know who they were, but just talking to him, you know, over the phone, and, you know, he just made me comfortable and relaxed, and, you know, he had that Southern hospitality.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool, this is the studio I go to, you know, because I had been shopping around. But, yeah, upon walking in there, you know, he gave me a tour about, you know, around the facility, et cetera, and just made me comfortable in the booth. Like, actually also worked with me, because a lot of engineers, like, you're not going to find that. If you're paying somebody to just record or whatever, they'll kick back, punch in when you ready, and that's it.
Push a button.
Yeah, but with him, he was actually, you know, working with me, and, you know, like, oh, do this over and things like that. Like, actually working with me, so you could tell he's passionate about his craft, and, you know, cares about who he's working with too. So shout out to him.
Definitely. You're absolutely right. Like this, there's a lot of great studios, you know, not just in Atlanta, but everywhere. Yeah. But one thing I can say about Soul Asylum is, like you said, they make sure everybody gets a tour. They're comfortable. It's safe in there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you had a good experience over there. That is really.
Dope studio.
Yeah.
Studio.
Definitely.
To go back.
Absolutely. Hey, you might be able to start. It's 10 minutes up the road.
If I get back. Okay, cool.
Let's talk about your EP called Sacrifices 2. So there's a part 1, part 2.
Yeah.
From 1 to 2, if people went back and listened to the first one, then listened to part 2, what are they going to hear different, if anything?
I think you'll hear an improvement, you know, in my flow, my sound, and, you know, my delivery. I think that'll be number 1. And you know, you'll still hear that hunger and feel it. So, and you'll get, if you really dive in and tap in, you'll get the gist of, you know, the whole title, Sacrifices. Yeah. So that's the feel that I want people to get when they listen to it. So,
that's what life is about, is making sacrifices and having that hunger. Yeah. 100%. So. Let me ask you this. I know you're still young, but as we season in life, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We don't grow older. We season. I'm seasoned. Do you feel like it's important for you to kind of change what you're talking about in your music as you age and, you know, get a little more seasoned?
Yeah, so for me, it's just more so growth. Yeah. You know, for me, I rap about my life, and so whatever comes out, whatever I put out is what I'm going through, what I've been experiencing. So definitely, as I grow as an artist, I definitely will want my message and my, you know, my content to change. Yeah. So for sure, I definitely believe in that. So like, I think when you listen to my music now, like, it's relative, and you know, you see me and you know my life, or even if you don't know much, you'll know, like, okay, he ain't just talking about whatever just to talk about it, you know, it's relatable. Right. Like, I ain't got no music right now that I'm talking about, like a Ferrari or nothing like that, because I ain't got one, you know. Absolutely. So,
you want people to know your truth, per se. When they listen to show, they know that what they're listening to is you're talking about your truth. You're rapping about your truth. Are you at all interested in diving into doing other genres of music?
Yeah, you know, that's funny you just brought that up, because literally last week and for the past, you know, couple months, a couple people have been telling me, you know, try doing like Afro beats.
That's super popular. Yeah. It has been, but right now more than ever.
Yeah, so I'm just like, you know, I'm thinking about it. You know, my family's from Ghana, so you know, I got family out there, and they've been wanting me to come out there and tap into the market. Yeah, and seeing if I could connect. So, you know, I might Might do that.
I was wondering what your background was, what your nationality was, because I seen your name on the Cash App, and I was like, okay, so from Ghana. That is dope. Have you been there?
My Ghanaians. Yeah, I haven't been there. The last time I went out there was 2017, but I didn't get to do much.
I bet it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And the people, man, like I tell a lot of people, like once you go out there and you see how people like embrace you.
Yeah.
Man, it's a good feeling. So I want to go back. So
when you do, let me know. I'm gonna pack my bags.
Oh yeah. Come along, man.
I would love that. That would be so. I might need to like pack up and do my podcast out there. Ghana, I'm coming for you.
You ain't gonna have to worry about a place to stay and all that. You know, just come on. Because
I'm a very outdoorsy person. Yeah. I love to hike and stuff. I think we may have conversated about this lately. Yeah. I'm sure out there is some beautiful scenery.
Yeah, it's definitely dope, man. And I need to do that. You know, the last time I was there, I was only there for like a week, a couple of days, so I didn't get a chance to really tap in. So that's the thing. But I definitely want to go back. You know, December is the time. You know, everybody's been going in December. You know, when they had the year to return a couple of years ago, where all the celebrities and everybody's going back. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But we'll see.
What's the weather like out there in December?
Scorching hot.
Year round.
So I haven't even been in December, but yeah, for the most part, it's usually warm. You'll have your rainy seasons, but it's never like when I went. I think it was in August.
Yeah.
At night, it dropped down like a little bit chilly, but it was nothing like freezing. Like you could leave all the bubble coats and the winter coats at home.
You ain't up top like New York or Detroit or anything like that.
Nah. So it's definitely dope out there.
So you've been doing music for a while now.
Yeah.
Let's just take an accountability moment, because I'm big on that. What do you feel like right now Show could work on within himself as a music artist? Like something you maybe need to go a little bit harder on, or something you need to focus on a little more?
Man, I could say just being more vulnerable, I would say, outside of music, especially with like this social media era. Like I'm not the best when it comes to that, and just being honest, because I heard so many people say it, like, man, you don't post, like we don't see you. It's like, man, like when I'm doing what I'm doing, in real time, my mindset is now, man, let me pull out my phone and just get this for the gram. So that's what I need to work on, because everybody's been telling me something like, all right, I can't say it's not real, because even I post once, twice, 3 times a week. I'm like, man, that's enough. But, to the world, it's like, nah, man, you got to be
on it.
So I would say social media, man, I got to get better at that. Gotta get better.
I'm with you on that too, because I feel like I don't want to overpost, because I don't want people to get tired of seeing what I got going on.
Exactly.
But I actually spoke with somebody from Instagram, and I asked them about their algorithms. That was a question why I was able to speak with someone, and they said that Instagram wants us, people who are on their platform, to be posting 2 to 3 times a day.
Dang. Yeah,
and I'm just
that's
like,
a job in itself.
Exactly. And I'm like, not only that, like, what am I going to post about? I don't want to just keep posting pictures all the time, or just posting interviews all the time. Like, what else am I supposed, because I feel like it'll get to the point where it almost waters it down.
Yeah, definitely. I believe in that. Like overdoing it. Oversaturate.
It's a bittersweet, 100%. So definitely. Yeah. I know that, let's talk about some, stuff that you've accomplished throughout your journey. One of your songs hit around 25,000 streams, which is really big for an independent artist. What were some of the things that you think that you did, or maybe it was the song itself just organically took off to get to 25,000 streams?
Man, it's crazy, because that song, I literally wrote it, I think, a day before my studio session. Like I was already done with the EP. It's on my first EP, Sacrifices. The song is called Gorgeous Gangster. It was about one of my homies, who passed away. And it was the day of his birthday, actually, and I just woke up and I just saw how much love, he was just getting on, Instagram, and it just took me back to him and just thinking about him as a person. And I just heard the beat, and I just, wrote the song in like literally 10 minutes, put it on my tape, man, just looking at my numbers, it's like, wow. So that song, stream-wise was dope. I also have a song called Heart Out. That's what I performed on Thursday. And that song got a lot of good feedback. Like on YouTube, I'm at like almost 50K
Wow.
views on that, and
That's hard.
it just literally just took off. Just took off. So
I think when you as an artist can become a little vulnerable, or maybe as they say, wear your heart on your sleeve, like open up a little bit, like the song that you wrote about your partner who passed away.
Yeah.
Those type of records resonate with people because we all lost somebody.
Yeah,
you know, it's
definitely.
real life stuff. So I feel like you don't want to necessarily make that music all the time because then you're constantly making like pain music and stuff, you know. But it's important to have that type of music because I think that type of music really is what does well.
Yeah.
You know, because people resonate and stuff. Is there a music video for that record?
Yeah. Everything is on my my YouTube channel, Solid Show 10. So yeah. SHO, Gorgeous Gangster, SHO Show, Hard Out. Yeah, got a whole YouTube channel out, so definitely tap in, show some love.
Definitely. We talked about what you feel like you could work on, posting more, and I think that's something that a lot of artists can work on. I can work on that too, you know what I'm saying? So you're definitely not alone. What do you feel like is one of your biggest traits per se that makes you a great artist?
I say just being authentic.
Yeah.
I say just being authentic and staying true to myself, but also staying true to the people. And for me, I also feel like getting a lot of feedback.
Yeah.
Like I always ask, close people around me. Like I'm not the type of artist that just like, oh yeah, this is just what I want to do. I'm doing my thing and shout out everybody else. Like I'm open to feedback. Like if I let you hear a record and you tell me, hey, I think, we should do X, Y, Z or do A, B, C. Like, cool. Even if I don't necessarily 100% believe what you're saying, I just take your advice and rock with it. So I think for me, just being open to other people's feedback.
There you go.
It helps. I think that's what we did actually for the performance.
Yes.
You told me Hard Out, so let's do it.
Absolutely. And that's the thing is artists, you have to be open to constructive criticism, advice, and just people dropping gems on you and take heed to that, especially someone like an OG Bigger Rankin who's been doing this for over 30 years, right? When even though he's older, Bigger just turned 63 years old. He's a true OG. Yeah, yesterday was his actual birthday, so happy birthday. But he always keeps up with the times. You know what I'm saying? He's not one of them OGs that stuck back in the 90s. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why he talked about some of these artist songs being too long. Back in the day, artists were putting 4 or 5 minute songs out and it was okay.
Yeah.
Everybody, like we were saying, got a short attention span now. Yeah. You want to do 2 and some change.
Hour long albums and stuff like that, But I felt like it was making a comeback, not with the songs per se, but you got artists now putting like 20 songs on the tape, man.
No, that's facts.
But, nah, definitely though. I'm glad, he said that.
Absolutely. And Big is the type of person that he will speak his truth. Yeah. And that's why I think people respect him so much because he don't do it in a disrespectful manner. He wants to truly help people.
You can tell it's genuine.
Yeah.
You can tell it's genuine.
He's got a track record. He's broke so many records over the years. So
a lot of my favorite artists.
When I first started working with Bigger, one of the first questions I asked him was, when you decide to work with an artist, what is it about them that makes you want to work with them? And he said, when they listen. That was his answer, when they listen. Bigger talks when they listen. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, he's like, what can you tell someone who thinks they know everything? Nothing. Can't.
Like they say, a heart makes a soft.
And that is facts. What is a life lesson or something you've either seen, experienced, heard that you live by every day, not just in music, but just in life?
And make each day count. As long as we're above water, we're here for a reason. So just make each day count.
Yes.
So I just try to make each day count. And you ain't got to get it all done in one day.
Man.
You just got to balance it. So it's balance. But yeah, make each day count, for sure.
What does work-life balance look like for Show?
As much as I preach it, it's tough to practice it, man. But it's for me, it's like mentally telling myself, like, I don't like being stagnant, so I'm always trying to do something, like, so, even like days where it's like, if I know I got a lot going on, like I got to hit the road, and it's like, man, I want to record. Like, if I got to hit the road in the morning, it's like, man, I want to record tonight. Yeah. But I know, I tell myself, like, yo, I'm going to record just for an hour and be done. But it's like, once I sit behind that mic, Next thing you know, it's 5 hours. I'm up
Right.
till 5, 6 in the morning. I'm supposed to be somewhere at 11, you know. So I'm still working on that work-life balance. But, you know, I try to take a break and, you know, work out, go to the gym, etc. I want to learn how to relax more, though. Watch some TV. You know, I'm bad at that.
Right. We have to take time for ourselves.
For sure.
I've learned that as I've seasoned, that one of the most important things we can ever do in life is take time for ourselves, because we cater to other people all the time. You as an artist, you're catering to your audience, to your fans. If you have a job, you're catering to the workforce.
Sure.
You got to take that. That's why I love hiking, because I do it oftentimes by myself. I get out there and do it by myself because a lot of people don't want to go. It's too hot or whatever.
I know we talked about, you was telling me go to Stone Mountain.
Man.
I need to visit it.
Yes, 100%.
I need to visit that,
so you're absolutely right. Taking that time for yourself is important. Would you say that recording music, writing music is like a mental therapy for you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. The whole process, it's like therapeutic.
Yeah.
It's therapeutic, like just, you know, just getting an event, you know what I'm saying? Getting an event and speak on how I feel. Even this right now, like I'm enjoying it, you know, just locked in, recording songs, shooting videos, performing it, like all of it to me, it's therapeutic.
Definitely.
Like that's my therapy. That's my therapy. So
out of all the things that you've done in your music career, just look at the big picture of you as a music artist, right? What are you enjoying the most?
Performing, and then also receiving people's feedback when they listen to my songs.
Yeah.
Like I've heard people, you know, tell me like, man, I listened to this song, like it moved me. Like, man, I heard this song, like it brought back memories. I play this song every morning going to work. It brought tears to my eyes, like, you know, so hearing those type of things, like you recording a song not knowing what it's gonna do because you just doing it isolated, and hearing people's feedback. So that's one thing I enjoy, like receiving those type of feedback. Other than that, I enjoy performing, shooting videos, like a lot of it.
Listen, I think that for an artist on the rise, one of the most important things they can do is perform. Because it opens you up to a whole new audience, and not just doing it in your city like you did. You came out here to ATL, performed. Have you performed in other cities as well outside of your city, Alexandria, right?
Yeah.
Have you performed outside of there in Atlanta?
Yeah, I performed. I performed a few times in the A and naturally in the Carolinas too.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm still getting my feet wet. Trying to, you know, go across the states and the globe. So.
Have you connected with some of the DJs or the coalition DJs out in Carolina yet?
Nah, not yet. I've been hearing about it, but I haven't got a chance to do that. So I need to figure that out and type in.
Yeah.
Shout out to them though, at the coalition DJs.
One of the big DJs that's known out there that does a lot for independent artists is DJ D-Tech. That's my guy. You know, he's so humble. He's been doing this for a long time. He's you know, one of those advocates for independent artists. So DJ Chuck T is another one. DJ T Money, DJ OS. There's a lot of dope DJs in the Carolinas. So at some point in time, somehow we'll connect the dots. Absolutely.
Definitely looking forward to that.
Outside of music, I know that something that interests you that you want to think about doing a little bit later on down the road is getting into real estate.
Yeah.
Let's dive. Are you wanting to do commercial real estate, residential, a little bit of both?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't thought it all the way out, but yeah, maybe a little bit of both, I would say. But I haven't really, you know, fully sat back and mapped it all out, because music just been, you know, taking a lot of my energy. But yeah, definitely looking into that.
Yes.
And then also, like, you know, doing some like having some type of like venues, you know, where people can come kick back, things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see.
It's important that we find ways to get multiple streams of income or passive income. That's important. We can't just do one thing.
Okay, man.
But understandably so, you want to get that work-life balance. Like right now, you're really focusing on your music.
Yeah.
Once you kind of get that in autopilot per se, and it's really rolling for you, now you can start diving into your other stuff.
Yeah.
Because it can become difficult.
Yeah, nah, definitely. I mean, for me, like like just going back to what we touched on earlier, like this is therapeutic. So I'm still relaxing, resting, like while I'm doing this. You know, this is my fun for the weekend. Instead of going
facts.
out, partying, clubbing, like this is my club.
I'm the same way. Like if I did this every day, which I pretty much do because I'm on radio 5 nights a week, and then I do this on Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, I'm content.
Yeah.
I love doing this, having interaction with people, especially when it's one-on-one. You can catch the energy. All that stuff is important. So I'm with you on that. Do you have any shows coming up?
Not as of yet, but definitely before I leave, man, I'm trying to get some stuff under my belt and come back to. So looking forward to that.
Absolutely. Ever any thoughts of relocating outside of your city to somewhere else?
Yeah, man. That was always the goal. But I should be down here soon.
Yeah.
Pretty soon with
so Atlanta would be your choice?
Yeah, or one of the nearby states or something.
Absolutely. Carolinas.
So,
is thriving, and it wouldn't be too far from home.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too far from home, but home is always going to be home. But they say sometimes you gotta leave your nest, and that's how you grow. So we'll see, but definitely looking to be close. But aside from just everything, there's a lot of love out here too.
No, that's facts.
I love the Southern hospitality is real.
Bigger, and shout out to Kingpin, Rap Juggernaut. They were the ones that convinced me to move out here.
Oh, for real.
And at first I was like, I don't know. I always loved Atlanta because I've been coming here since the 90s for Freaknik.
Oh, man.
I'm a true OG.
I was a baby.
And it's like, I knew I would do okay out here.
Yeah.
But Bigger assured me, you're going to be fine, But I didn't want to come out here and have to ride his wave, per se. I wanted to create my own, if that made sense.
Yeah.
Man, it was the best decision ever. I miss back home. Bad because all my family's there, my son lives there, my daughter-in-law is there, but coming here business-wise, it was the best decision ever.
That's good, man. Yeah, hopefully I could write that in my story too.
Definitely.
So you just gave me the inspiration, so thank you for that.
Absolutely, most definitely. Anything else you got in the works that people need to be on tune with, on game with?
Yeah, man. Go stream my new single. It's called Way More. That's out on all platforms. And just really looking to drop more music too. That's something that looking to drop more music. A new tape on the way soon. So yeah, just definitely look forward to hearing and seeing the name more. Show. Shout out to the brand Solid Forever Entertainment. That's me. So yeah, just looking to keep going harder.
Definitely. So the record Way More is out on all digital streaming platforms. Is there a visual for it yet?
Yeah, just dropped the visual actually 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so it's brand new.
Good. Yeah, that's doing good. So I actually shot that out here.
Did you really?
Yeah, when I was out here early in the year.
Okay.
Shot that out here.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Dope. Yeah, it was dope.
100%. Well, listen, bro, it was a pleasure to have you here.
Man,
thank you for sharing your story, your journey. Tell everybody where they can follow you at on your social platforms.
You can follow me Instagram SF_SHO. SF_SHO. You can follow me on YouTube, Solid Show 10, Solid Show 10, TikTok SF_show. So yeah, tap in Apple Music, SHO. Tap in with the kid, man. Go run them streams up.
Definitely. I know you got a lot of people that love you and support you.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that you want to give thanks to, give a shout out to?
First and foremost, shout out to the man himself. Shout out to God. If it wasn't for him, none of this would be possible. And definitely shout out to my supporters, my mom. Cause she held it down all these years. Making the sacrifices for the family. And shout out to my close friends. That's been supporting me on a daily. So
100%.
Too many to name. I don't want to start naming. Then you leave one person out. It's like, but the people that tap in, from the text messages to the love on social media, just giving me, positive messages, words of encouragement every day. Shout out to them.
Definitely. Shout out to yourself for being so dope.
I appreciate it. Shout out to you for having me too.
100%, man. It's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. But I got one last question for you.
Yeah, let's do it.
We live. Big Industry's Most Wanted. Not the little one. What makes Show the industry's most wanted?
What makes Show the industry most wanted? The grind, the struggle, the dedication, and most importantly, the sacrifice I put in.
Yes.
And I think that's what separates people. That sacrifice, like for an independent artist, I think it's easy for a lot of artists to just want everybody throws that word around loosely.
Yes.
But, you know, a lot of people have the team or the support, and, you know, a lot of people don't really want to put in that work and that dedication and really that sacrifice. Like, when you got to sacrifice, you want to do A, but it's like, hey, man, instead of spending this amount of money on doing A, let me put that into the music, focus on the music. Instead of going out, instead of taking that trip, let me sacrifice that and put that into the music. Let me skip that trip and, you know, put that into the music. And I think that's what makes me the industry most wanted, because that sacrifice I'm coming with and that hunger. So, yeah.
I love it. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you. I appreciate you for having me, man. Shout out to TampaMystic, industry most wanted. Shout out to OG Bigger Ranking, man. Legends in the game. So thank y'all.
Appreciate you. We up out of here, y'all.
Can't even put no chorus on, I gotta let my heart out. Working on my expressions, for you I pour my heart out. Lately it's on my sleeve.